And we're live. Hello, good day, and welcome to the Startup Stop. My name is Roger Pierce, and I'll introduce my lovely co-host, Lily Ma, in just a minute. But first of all, are you thinking about starting a business, and have you recently launched one? If that's you, then you are in the right place at the right time, because today we are answering questions from new entrepreneurs around the world. We've had people send in their small business questions from different countries and different continents. And hopefully we'll get some more of those today in just a minute. So if you've got questions about running a business, feel free to enter them on the chat feature. Or if you're watching this video after the broadcast, leave your question in the video comment section on YouTube, and we will get to it in the next episode. So once again, I'll introduce Lily in just a minute, but my name is Roger Pierce. I'm a startup expert. I've had 14 small businesses. I know it's a lot. I've been self-employed my entire life. I really don't know what a job is like, and I don't want to. I've co-authored a small business book, and today my company is like a small business content agency. It's called Pierce Content Marketing. Got a couple companies going actually, but this one creates small business content for banks and brands around the world. I've trained thousands of startups in workshops and seminars, and for you Evan Carmichael followers out there, my one word is start. I love being the boss, and I love running my own business, and I wish that experience for you as well. Hopefully you'll get there with a little bit of help here today. Anyway, without further delay, my lovely co-host is Lily Ma, and she is an entrepreneur, coach, mentor. Lily, please tell the folks more.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I am a coach, and what I get to do is I get to work with entrepreneurs from around the world. And last week, I was taking a look at all the entrepreneurs that I have coached. I have reached 6 continents.
Wow.
I've coached people from 6 continents, except for Antarctica. So that's my next stop is Antarctica. But I love it. I love what I do. I get to help people bring their vision to life. And I don't think there's any other job that's more fulfilling than that for me. So I'm really, really excited to start asking Roger some questions about, wow, we got Russia here, we got India, oh, we got all sorts of wonderful international entrepreneurs going on. So Roger, I think we should dig right into it. You ready?
I am.
Okay, so the first question comes from Daniel. Okay, so Daniel's saying, I moved to Russia to be with my wife. That's really nice. But I cannot work in this country. I am looking at doing an online business to help my income. What suggestions do you have?
Wow, questions from Russia. I love it. One day we'll get one from Antarctica, Lily. Just you wait.
I know. It's my goal. It's my goal.
Okay, well, Daniel, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much. You know, online businesses are terrific because you can start one anywhere, including Russia, and usually for very little money. But the secret to starting an online business is to find something that you're good at doing. The secret to starting any business, really. Find something you're good at doing and that people will pay you for. So you've got to have, you know, the idea plus marketplace opportunity. You've got to have both. So start by taking an inventory, Daniel, of your talents and your skills. Let's look within for starters to see what you're good at doing. Next, I would simply search online for best businesses to start or online business ideas to see some suggestions that might appeal to you. I would pick 2 or 3 of those ideas based on your search, and then start to match your skills or see which ones match your skill set or your passion. So for instance, if you're good at graphic design, maybe you want to start an online graphic design service. If you're a good writer, or maybe a Russian translator, big market for that, you can sell your services online. Of course, you can buy and sell products on eBay or other platforms. You could be a virtual assistant. All you need to get going in any of these businesses is a website, a payment gateway. I prefer Stripe, and of course, some online promotion. Now, if you want to set up a business that sells actual products, which is a little more involved, I wouldn't try to do it all by yourself and piece it together. I would just go to something like Shopify, which is available in Russia. And Shopify provides everything you need, including a storefront, a website, a payment gateway, shipping mechanism, and of course, website analytics. You see how much visitors you're getting and how much money you're making. Like I said, Shopify works in most countries, including Russia. So congratulations, Daniel. Good luck. I hope those answers help you. Lily, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the offering of services online. I think the world is becoming a lot smaller, where you can actually do a lot of work for people overseas by really leveraging your skills. So if you're a graphic designer, you're a video editor, you are a virtual assistant, you could always find different jobs that will match your skills. Roger, I don't know what it is. I'm always leaning towards being a service-based entrepreneur because it requires as little capital as possible. So I will always lean towards that. And then the point about the products, you can. I think Shopify is making things really easy for people. The only thing is with the selling products, I'm going to always go back to sell products that you really care about. Because if you, I know there's this whole rise in online entrepreneurship and people are just selling random things that they don't really care about. And that's going to lead to burnout really quickly. So sell things that you really care about. There are lots of things, if you love Game of Thrones, you could sell Game of Thrones memorabilia on your website and so on. But it always has to match what you're passionate about to begin with. So that's my opinion.
There's a niche market for everything online.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything. Lots of things going on there. So the second question, Roger, comes from Surati, and they're from India. So I'm from India. I'm working as a developer in America, but my dream is to be a filmmaker. Sorry, not filmmaker. Filmmaker. How can I still chase my dream and keep my job?
Wow, from India and working as a developer in America. I'm not quite sure what kind of developer, but anyway, the question is, how do I become a filmmaker? First of all, Surati, congratulations. You are one of the smarter people because you have chosen to pursue your dream vocation while keeping your day job, which is really so smart. I'm sure Lily will agree. That way you have money to pay for your part-time pursuit and your passion, and when you get there, you're not going to be burdened with too much expense. So congratulations. I know it means a tough slog because you're going to be keeping your day job as well as pursuing a part-time vocation that'll eventually will become full-time, but it's going to be worth it in the long run because you shouldn't have too many expenses going forward. So I'm not a film producer, but I can give you some general advice that might help you just in terms of getting started. I would search online for a local film school or video production class or workshop that you can take. There are part-time film workshops and classes in pretty much every major city around the world. For example, in New York City, film mecca, there is the New York Film Academy, and they actually offer part-time workshops and classes for people who want to start as opposed to going into a full-time program. So search online, find one in your local area, contact the film school or workshop leader to learn more in terms of costs and timing and how long it's going to take. And once you're in the program, you'll find everything's going to come together for you because these schools will offer industry contacts and suggestions to help launch your film career. So it's really an all-in-one type service. Attending film school part-time, evenings or weekends, means you will take longer to get your training, of course, but it means you won't incur debt. If you quit your job and started school full-time, you're probably got to take out a student loan or something, and that means debt. I'm not a big fan of debt. So that's great, because when you're done with the training, you'll be able to launch your new career without any kind of expenses over your head. Lily, what are your thoughts on this?
I love all your suggestions. I'm going to take a very different approach to this because I live in the world of YouTube. I work on Evan's channel, has like 1 million plus subscribers. I'm always thinking of ways that people could get started right away. So I love the idea about going to school part-time because, again, you're not incurring debts. You could even take it a step further. Can you make films on YouTube?
Good point.
And there's lots of people who are doing it. Casey Neistat does it. He has like tons of really creative work that he puts on his YouTube channel. I think in the beginning, when you are starting a YouTube channel, no one's going to really watch your stuff. So it's a really good time to experiment, different things about your filmmaking. Maybe you want, again, I'm not a filmmaker, so I don't know exactly what's involved, but YouTube is a great platform that you can use to test a lot of your things for free. So that way, again, going back to, both of us are very frugal, going back to not incurring any debts. And then the second thing is that look at other filmmakers. Are there any people that you can reach out to really try to get some advice and look at what are the things that they have done so you could kind of follow in their footsteps? So the two things that I mentioned requires little to no money. And also what Roger mentioned is that making sure you keep your day job and do it part-time. So that way you keep yourself protected. I know we all have bills to pay, we have families, we have responsibilities, so we have to make sure that we do them at the most sensible way possible.
There's always a couple ways to do anything. I like your ideas a lot.
See, two minds put together.
Teamwork.
Teamwork, exactly. We're off to the last question, Roger. So it comes from James. James is saying, I just recently decided to be an entrepreneur after 5.5 years of college. I started my own IT business hosted through a company, GoDaddy.com, but I'm struggling as I'm getting no help and support from family and have no friends. I have been working extremely hard to get this business off the ground, but nothing has happened. From James.
Okay, thank you for your question, James. Great question. And I think my first advice, and it's something I've said before, is you're not alone. There are millions of entrepreneurs out there. In Canada, there's over 3 million self-employed. In America, there are over 15 million self-employed. So you're not alone. You just need to find some of these people, and I think they'll help you with your struggle. So I'm going to suggest you go to one of my favorite platforms, meetup.com, M-E-E-T, up.com, and search small business or startup. And I guarantee you're going to find dozens, if not hundreds, of groups of small business owners, marketing groups, finance groups, older entrepreneurs, younger entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, youth entrepreneurs, you name it. It's all on Meetup. So pick one that interests you or you think reflects your situation and go to a meeting. Get to know some of these people. Maybe it'll take a couple Meetup groups before you find one that truly fits. When you're at the meetings, though, don't just be a fly on the wall. Raise your hand and say, you know what? I'm struggling. I need some help. I'm looking to meet a mentor or someone who I could talk to about my business. And I guarantee you'll find someone else in that Meetup group in the same boat, looking to talk to someone also who maybe you can have a coffee with and partner up with. I think you're on to something really exciting, James. I don't know what your business is in particular, but I do know you are an entrepreneur, and you know it takes years to become successful. You talk about something to happen. Well, that could be your first sale, that could be break even, that could be profitability, that could be your ideal client, that could be your perfect employee. It could be any kind of milestone, but it does take a long time for something to happen in small business. So don't give up. Just keep going. Surround yourself with positive people. Find yourself some colleagues or some mentors, and never stop. What are your thoughts, Lily?
Yeah, my thoughts is like, it's hard being an entrepreneur, especially when you don't have any support. It's important to go find people who are just like you. Meetup.com is a great place. I have been to a couple of meetup groups myself. Another way is if you don't want to go somewhere physically, there's always different online forums that you could take part of. One of the things that I love seeing on Evan's channel is seeing people interact with each other in the comment section. So if there's an entrepreneur that you really look up to, start interacting in the comments. Try to solve other people's problems, and they're going to take notice of you. Like, oh, who's this person? Who's this person that's always commenting on my comments? And maybe this is someone that I should start connecting with. I think that's an amazing way you could connect with everybody around the world. Meetup is a great way if you want to meet people physically. Also, recently, we hosted a meet and greet at our dance studio when we were filming our videos. And one of the beautiful things that I got to see is that they came to see us and then to see Evan and how he does his filming. But there was a congregation of people outside just like chatting it up, exchanging business cards, because they're all like-minded entrepreneurs probably wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the event. So say yes to more opportunities, come out to more events, and like Roger said, interact with people. Don't just be on the fly on a wall. Raise your hand, ask questions, tell people that you need help. And I think if you genuinely ask for help, people are willing to help. There are a lot of people who really want to give back, and they may see a younger version of themselves in you, and they want to lend a helping hand.
Great advice and a great segue into my startup stop suggestion for the week, Lily, which is all about harnessing the power of teamwork. So thank you very much for queuing that up so very well. I'm reminded of teamwork, especially this week, because I just came in from a long weekend of winter camping with my scout troop and my son's Beaver Scout group. So we went to a scout camp just outside of Toronto, where I live. And there were, I'd say, 36 kids, about a dozen scout leaders, and about a dozen parents. And the 2-day camp, of course, includes lots of hiking, a few campfires, setting up sleeping quarters, setting up tents for those of us who brave the outdoors, preparing 5 meals for all these people, and much, much more, handing out badges, organizing activities, that kind of thing. So as you can imagine, Lily, organizing a camp for so many people required a lot of preparation and planning, teamwork. That's what struck me the most, is how the people there came together to produce an amazing weekend event for the kids. Everyone had a role. Leaders organized hikes and prepared foods, and parents did the cleanup, and scouts and cubs and managed the campfires, and organized games. All these people worked so well together to create an amazing weekend, and it all came down to terrific teamwork. So the same thing happens in small business. Without teamwork, you're probably not going to get to the success that you deserve. Yet I see so many entrepreneurs try to go it alone, try to do it themselves. And I don't know what that is, whether that's just the solopreneur in a lot of us, or we don't think we need anyone else's help, but that's faulty thinking, because you can access people around you. It could be a supportive friend, or for a supportive friend network. It could be another business owner who you can talk to or bounce ideas off of. I've got several of those in my close network. It could be a supportive spouse or life partner. It could be a formal business partner that you decide you want to take this journey with. If you can afford it, you can be an employee to really get things done. But bottom line is, you don't have to go this alone, and you shouldn't go this alone. Teamwork is so important. By building up a team and working with a team, either paid or unpaid, volunteer or otherwise, your success will happen. So please, don't go it alone. Surround yourself with a team, and you will achieve your goals. What do you have to say about that, Lily?
I love it. I'm all about teamwork. My big vision in this world is that we're all going to work together towards a common goal. That is what keeps me going every single day. And it's important to really get outside the mindset of being a solopreneur. Yes, you can do it all on your own, but it's not fun and it's lonely. So it's good to really reach out and leverage other people, especially if you want to, when it comes down to scaling your company, you really didn't leverage people. You might have to hire some people on. Like recently, I hired an assistant. I started off as a solopreneur and doing everything on my own. And as soon as I was able to afford an employee, I hired on an assistant. And I can't tell you how amazing it has been. He has taken off things that, first of all, I wasn't good at. And secondly, I didn't want to get good at. And now I could really focus on high leverage thinking. So I'm all about teamwork. And I think that's the only way to go if you want to create huge impact and really scale your company. You have to leverage other people.
Couldn't have said it better myself. You're delegating your weaknesses and playing to your strengths. Perfect. All right. I think we've got a bit of a Wi-Fi freeze here.
That's all right. In the meantime, I'm going to see if there's anybody in the chat that has any questions for us.
Yes, please.
Okay. I do not have any questions today, so I think that will be all for us.
We've talked enough for them.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's it for me. Anything else to add, Lily?
No, well, yes, of course. I always have something to add. It's a jump off from Roger's one word, which is start. I think the most important thing is just to start wherever you are. Just start, because I believe that your dreams can come true. But the first thing you need to do is take action towards it. So start right away.
Start small. Start now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Once again, I'm Roger Pierce, and she's Lily Ma, the excellent Lily Ma. Thank you for joining the Startup Stop, and we'll be back next time, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be on time next week, I promise. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.